About 10 years ago, I sold off my Pokemon collection. At the time, I got about $800 for the collection. And this collection was stacked, to say the least. Tons of EXs, E-Series cards, Deltas, Vintage, you name it, I had it, and these are just a few of the heavy hitters. And I regret selling it today because it's now worth $5,040. Ouch. And so I would like to restart my collection, but I have nothing to start, so I'm going to be starting from scratch. And my hope from this series is to gain my collection and grow it so that it can compete head-to-head with my childhood collection. This is Pokemon from scratch. Hey, how's it going, guys? I have this really cool vintage Pokemon collection that I picked up, and I got an amazing deal. This lady posted this collection on Facebook for $50, and I messaged her right away. The post said just listed. I messaged her right away. I said, hey, I'm interested. When are you available to pick up? And she responded back to me, and then she's like, you know what? I'm just going to mark it sold because I'm getting a lot of messages, and I'm just going to go with you, and I'm available to pick up tomorrow, and I'll send the address tomorrow. And I'm like, sweet. I wait a few hours, and turns out I get a message from her saying, actually, I have somebody offering me $75. I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I think that's kind of wrong for you to, start raising the price after we already agreed on a price and agreed to meet up the next day. I'm not going to be bidding with some imaginary person from another text thread. So that was really frustrating. But then I'm like, fine, I'll do 75. And she's like, okay, fine. And I asked her, if I do 75, is it a deal? And she's like, yes. And so we did 75. I met up with her. Everything went good. It was an older lady that was just cleaning out her house and getting ready to move. And her kids seemed like they were in their 30s or so. And just a bunch of vintage stuff. And she only had the first few pictures posted. And even just with the first few pictures, I could tell that this was going to be an amazing value for me, for us, as we try to start our Pokemon collection from scratch, right? So we have a base set Alakazam. I don't know the conditions. I haven't taken them out yet, but I'm assuming they're average-ish. Got a Clefairy and a Clefable base set and fossil. We got these like fake cards littered throughout. I'm assuming they're fake. They're not the correct size, but they look cool as it is. Dark Dugtrio. We got Ninetales. Wigglytuff. We got a Gyarados. It's pretty beat up, but whatever. We got a Poliwrath. Got a Victory Bell, Mewtwo. Like, guys, look at all these old school holos. I mean, just with those alone, we made our $75. And next, I turn the page, we got a Magneton, a Muck. We've got, I believe it's just a rare Hypno. But still, got all these like old school cards, and there's like cards that there's like multiple behind here. You know when you're a little kid and you just stuff multiple behind? I don't even know what's here. And I'll go through it, and I'll show you guys what those are in a second. But I just want to skim through it first. And first edition. Hitmonlee, Fossil, first edition, Lickitung, Jungle, like several first editions, several old holos. Okay, this is a fake card, but this is sweet. Like, honestly, this is sweet. This Jolteon, I may just keep that. That's awesome. I got a Lapras holo, we got Pinsir, Fossil and Jungle. We got the WO2C Electabuzz promo. Like, guys, this is just crazy value. Flareon, I didn't even know if this was a holo from the pictures, and it is. Fantastic. Kabutops, Zapdos. Got a couple valuable cards here with Dragonite, WOTC promo, Dark Dragonair. Like, dude, I feel like I hit the jackpot, right? I show up. This is all that was shown in the post. I'm like, $75, man, that's an amazing deal. As long as they're in pretty okay condition, I'll do very well for us, right? I get there, I flip through them just to make sure everything is good. And I'm like, okay, got some trainers, whatever, right? And then I flip the page, and I'm like, there's more Pokemon back here. She didn't take pictures of these. Facebook only let her post 10 pictures. I turned the page, holy moly, we got a Venusaur and a Blastoise. We've got Machamp, we've got a Ditto. That's four more holos, and a Zapdos first edition, Fossil. 4 more holos, a couple promos here. 4 more holos that weren't included. A first edition Jungle, Pikachu, first edition Rhydon, all these first editions here. This wasn't shown. I mean, this alone is worth more than $75, let alone what we had prior to this. And guys, this isn't a joke. This is legit. Like, I didn't like just make this on my own. Like, I legit bought this on Facebook Marketplace for $75. Okay, and I get there and I'm like, okay, what's in this bag? She's like, oh, it's just energies. and I'm not, there's nothing surprising here. I was like, oh my gosh, after seeing this, I was like, this could be something crazy in here. And it was just energies. I believe there is a like movie card in here. I don't know if this has any value, especially in this condition, but nonetheless, yeah, a couple base set cards. But I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve a lot of these up. I'm gonna see what the extras are. If anything crazy pops up, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. But oh my gosh, and that Ditto's first dead. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve these up, and then I'll show you kind of what the end product is, okay? Sweet. Guys, just sitting behind this Dragonite here, I literally pull out this card here. What the frick, bro? Just like, oh, here's an extra. Like as a kid, you know, oh, it's foreign. I don't really care about it. That is freaking sweet. Let's go. All right, so I got everything sleeved up, and the things that needed to be put into top loaders, I put into top loaders. However, I did run out of top loaders, so I ended up ordering some more. And so here we got just everything. I'm just gonna show you real quick, and I'm really happy with this purchase. It's just kind of what we needed, like exactly what we needed. Like just a good value, an amazing value, in order to just really buff up our collection. And it just helped us jump tremendously. And so I'm gonna get these in top loaders or hollows, of course, but we got some promos. And then we got tons of these shadowless Pokemon, and you know the values differ, and I know some of these should be a little bit more protected, but and then you know the conditions aren't perfect, but I learned a thing or two about shadowless Pokemon just by purchasing this. So got some shadowless Pokemon there, and then just a ton of the rares that maybe have some value. Some old base set, Team Rocket. It seems like this collection just included the older like 4 or 5 sets. And then we've got a bunch of first edition Pokemon. So we've got Jigglypuff, Zapdos, Rapidash, Shelder, Ghastly, all these first eds. And you know, we're thinking Fossil, Jungle, base set, Team Rocket. That's a very valuable first edition card, even in a common slot. I wish it was hollow, but we already have that one anyway. So, but it's just super cool to have all these first eds, and these are really gonna buff up our collection. And then these are shadowless as well, and I didn't know how to determine whether a trainer card was shadowless or not, because the border is not, you know, this is obviously shadowed, but there's no border to look at for that. And then I looked it up, and it ended up being if there's the 1999 here, then it is shadowless. So we had 2 shadowless trainer cards, which is pretty cool. And then these are just some rare cards that, I mean, they're not like insanely high value or anything, but just $1 or so, maybe even less, but still good to add and buff out our collection. And then some more trainers that may have some value. But on top of that, on top of those hollows, on top of the first edition shadowless Pokemon rares, there is these fake cards in there. I know you guys probably saw them when I was going through it, but I think these look super cool. And I think these are the, you know, the machines where you put the 4 quarters in and you push it. I think these are what would come out of those, but I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. If you know anything about them, let me know. But you know, there's just so many fakes that over the years, you know, have come out for Pokemon cards. So many Pokemon products. These obviously aren't authentic, but they are still kind of cool. And I'm just gonna keep them around, especially like this Jolteon's sick, man. Super cool artwork, and in a hollow, it's just cool. Also had some movie cards as well as some top cards. This is super sweet. Do you think I can still get my Mew? So catch Mew, join the Pokemon TCG, and earn a free Mew game card. Available January 8th, 2000. I'm just like 24 years late, guys, but while supplies last, I'm sure they have some laying around, right? Wizards of the Coast, but I don't know if this has any value or anything, but it's still kind of cool. Cool piece of history. Got a movie card, and then a couple of top cards as well. Adding a few more to the collection. Some of them a little dinged up, but still cool. Got some more cards to add to the collection, and then a bunch of energies. I don't even know what to do with these. Like, I mean, how much value do these really have? So I'm just gonna keep them here. And then these are just a bunch of extras. I mean, things that don't really have any value. I mean, just from 25 cents to 75 cents kind of thing. Same with the trainers. But I think overall, guys, we did fantastic. I went ahead and plugged in all these cards into our TCG player collection, and it ended up bringing us to around $1,950. And goodness gracious, guys, we just went up like $1,000 in value just from buying this collection. And I purchased this collection, as I mentioned, for $75, and it was worth almost $1,000. And you know, I honestly understand that TCG values aren't going to be one for one with what you're going to get on the market and such, but still, guys, I am super ecstatic for this collection. I'm super happy. What do you guys think of this purchase? How do you guys think I did? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like and subscribe to see more content from the Millsy TCG channel. Have a great day. Peace.